Hey y'all, welcome to my channel for what I've been warming the week of July 7th through the 14th Scentsy edition. My name is Stacy. I am a Scentsy consultant, and so I do use mostly Scentsy warmers that are on for about 15 hours a day. Those warmers do tend to be 25 watt and up. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Now, I am going to be updating some of my Bring Back My Bar reviews. When I first melt them, if they're new to me, I tend to melt them in my closed concept living room, typically 4 cubes, trying to get an idea of performance. And then in my second melting, I just try them anywhere that I want to. This is Shaka, and it's the first of the Bring Back My Bars that I'm doing a second melting on, finishing up my stash of it. It's rich sandalwood infused with a splash of bergamot and lime. This is a very masculine leaning scent. It is incensey to me, but I found it very pleasant in my open concept. It's one that I think you can use fewer cubes of and get a lot of longevity out of. I really enjoyed this bar, and I think I am going to pick up another one of it, but it's not one that I'm going to club. Next up is Blackberry Meringue. This lists as a bakery bar, and it is bakery-ish, but I do think it leans more fruity. I really enjoy it. It's wonderful in these hot months. It's blackberry, sugar fig, black plum, and it says a pinch of spice. It's really kind of challenging to pick that up. I did mix it like Summer Michelle suggested with breakfast blend on its last warming, and that was so beautiful. This is a club contender for me. I really do enjoy the bar. Now to the controversial Juicy Peach. I didn't find this super objectionable. I just found it more like a canned peach as opposed to a fresh peach on its individual warming. And I did kind of put it on the express train out of my house. But in my second melting, I melted it with apple cinnamon sticks and sugar cookie, and it was so delicious that I decided I'm going to order another bar of Juicy Peach. I really enjoyed it. It was popular in my house. I don't think I'm going to club it, but if you've got some and you have some apple cinnamon sticks and some sugar cookie laying around, try blending these. It really does make a delicious cobbler-esque kind of fragrance in the air. So if you didn't find it totally objectionable and you want to try giving it a blend, apple cinnamon sticks, sugar cookie, you may be surprised. Next up, we have one that I am falling more and more in love with. This is Reggae Sunset. It lists as mandarin, orange blossom, hints of lime with a spicy finish. As a spice lover, I don't particularly pick up the spice as a distinct note. I do think the spice is what provides the warmth to this bar, and it really does feel aptly named. It feels like a warm, citrusy sunset, and I really do enjoy the way that the mandarin performs in all of my locations, open concept, closed concept. So this is a club contender for me. Next up, we have Apple Crush. This is definitely one that I have experience with, and I was glad to try again. It on its own is a lot like a Jolly Rancher. It's a green apple scent. I did mix it the second go round with Dolce de Leche, which did create a caramel apple scent, but it didn't. This Dolce de Leche definitely dominated the bar in the way that I mixed it. I also mixed it with clove and cinnamon and Red Delicious, which was also good, but ultimately this is not one that I'm going to club. Now, a club contender for me is Key Lime and Grapefruit. This is one of my favorite bars from the summer collection, and I do think it is one of the top key lime scents from any vendor that I've experienced. I think the performance is so consistent. It is a little shorter lived than some other Scentsy bars, but I get 6 to 12 hours out of it. It's a beautiful key lime fragrance. It's probably going into my club. Bonfire Beach is one of my top 10 Scentsy fragrances of all time, I think. If I haven't really made that list, but I feel like if I did, Bonfire Beach would be up there. And that's surprising because I am more a fall winter melter. But for me, Bonfire Beach really does smell like you have jumped inside of a marshmallow while sitting on the beach. It is so delicious. I love the fragrance. And this is one that I did not club at the end of summer. And when the new summer catalog was coming out, it's the first thing that I looked for. And I thought to myself, I'm just putting this into my club right away because I don't want to be without it. I will say it ages beautifully. The white flint and sandalwood are dominant, I would say, for about the first 6 months. And then in its next 6 months, the marshmallow becomes more dominant, but the salty sea air and ocean spray remains throughout. It's consistent and a really great performer. I typically get about 3 days out of it in bedrooms. Next up, I finished a lemon lime fizz. This is one that was an LTO that I did club. This is probably not going to stay in my club, but I have really been enjoying it as a blender. What makes it unique is, to me, it has a beautiful balance of the lemon and lime. I don't get a fizzy pop note from this, but I definitely do pick up kind of that smooth vanilla sugar that I think is what's providing the balance that I like between the lemon and lime. Been enjoying this so much. Again, blending it a lot with Strawberry Bliss. Now, next up, I finished Anger. This is from the Inside Out collection, and it lists as spicy cinnamon and clove. This was not a red hot cinnamon to me, though I do enjoy red hot cinnamons. This is distinct to me from clove and cinnamon that I also love that's in the fall and winter catalog, because there's a creaminess to this that almost feels like it's got some sort of vanilla buttercream in it. It's very warm. It's a welcoming scent. Really enjoyed it. I think you probably do have to be a spice lover for it, though. From the Black Raspberry Vanilla Scentspirations collection, I finished Black Raspberry Sangria. This is dark berries, vibrant orange with a splash of fruit nectar. I really enjoyed this. It was a nice fruity scent. I do like fruity scents. I do think that with this bar in particular, you can approximate this by mixing regular old black raspberry vanilla with sparkling yellow. So not a club bar for me, but still really good. Now this is a retired bar. This is Pacific Mist, and it's ocean air, coastal sea salt, driftwood, and a touch of tropical nectar. I really enjoy this bar. I do blend it with Tahitian Twilight, and I finished this off with Tahitian Twilight in bedrooms. I find that it's best in closed concept space, but it can perform on its own for me in open concept space as well. But it's just a lighter, more background scent in those environments. And this is the Tahitian Twilight. I was actually able to finish these both. I love Pacific Mist and Tahitian Twilight and alternating warmers in the bedroom, and that's how I finished this. Tahitian Twilight is coastal waters, passion flower, pineapple, and white woods. It's just a beautiful fragrance, and I do miss it. So anytime I see it in a bundle, I am likely to pick it up. I do find that I appreciate this most in bedrooms, so that's where I melt it. So it's a single location melt for me, but I still really enjoy it. Next up, we have Frosted Ginger Cookie. Now, Frosted Ginger Cookie is one of those bars that I just love. I absolutely adore it. I don't feel like I have smelled a fragrance like this anywhere else from any other company or vendor. It is like a brown sugar cookie with like almost a warm, fresh candied ginger on the top of it. You definitely, it's ginger dominant. It is not a ginger bread. It is like an accompanying ginger, and I love it. I just adore it. And I got through, if I can get it to focus, I got through a Christmas cottage cider. Now, I really enjoy this. This was from the Christmas Cottage Scentspirations. I find this performs really well in open concept, closed concept. It's a good bedroom scent. It's just lovely mulled cider. It's really almost identical to me to Christmas Cottage, except for it's missing that raspberry note, which I really do love. So for me, I did have this in my club. I did just take it out of my club. But the reason that I took it out of my club is I feel like I have enough to enjoy it, and I'm excited to try some of the new fall scents as they come out. But this is a really fun, good mulled cider scent if you see it in clearance. Speaking of the new fall catalog, it just dropped yesterday at SFR. I am so excited, still digging through it. There are some scents that I'm really excited about. I'd love to hear, what are you the most excited to see coming for fall? And have you had any heartbreaks from the fall catalog? Did any of your favorites not make it back? Let me know in the comments below.